If you're looking for the cheapest, and I mean cheapest coins out there to build your God Squad, head over to aoeah.com. They are fast and reliable, and make sure you use code WOLF to get 3% off. Link is in the description. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you guys some route combinations, some setups real quick that go hand in hand with the full scheme breakdown that I have in the member section. I told people in the member section that I dropped the scheme. I left maybe 1 or 2 plays out, a couple adjustments out so I can put on the main channel to show you guys, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you are a member, pay attention because this is an addition to the full scheme breakdown. Before we get into it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, man. I'm going to show you guys how to be unstoppable. This formation right here, the Y off trips Pats. People always ask me, what's the playbook? It's the Patriots. That's why it's called the Y off trips Pats. It's the Patriots offensive playbook. Now, like I said, this scheme is very, very powerful in the right man's hands. I do use the Hot Route Master ability just to make it that much better. You can run the scheme without it, but it just adds a whole nother level of complexity with the Hot Route Master and everything that you can do. Now, the name of the play we're going to talk about today is going to be the Pats slot out. I didn't go over it in the scheme because it's not one that you really need, but you can actually adapt it into what I've already shown you in the member section. So Pats slot out. Make sure you guys drop a like if you don't mind. And let's go ahead and attack. I'm going to do cover 2 first because I feel like that's a little bit more important. Now, first things first, okay? And what I didn't really go over in the scheme is utilizing your running back and the routes that you can provide him with your Hot Route Master. So with the running back, I have the Texas, the flat, the ghost, the block and release hook. Now the one that I use the most is going to be the Texas route. Okay, so up on the D-pad with Hot Route Master, you're gonna get this angle right here. Now in order to get him open properly, right, in pretty much every zone defense that's not shaded underneath, is you just put A on a streak. So opposite of his angle route, the guy goes on a streak. So no matter what in this formation, if I run this angle route or this Texas route, the tight end on the opposite side is going to go on a streak. Now, if I motion him this way, he flips his angle route this way. Okay, so you don't have someone on that other side, which you got to be careful because if the zone defenders on the opposite side of the running back don't see a threat, they're going to sit low and wait. I don't know if it's going to happen in this one. They actually back up. And what I do is just look for him real quick on those routes. Typically, I blend this in once I throw like a crosser or a corner route because the opponent's not really waiting for it. But if you run it this way too, you can go ahead and run it opposite of the tight end, just like this, and then come underneath. So it's like, it's gonna work the same. It's just, I think if they shade underneath, the guy that's on the vertical hook on the left side will actually be there. So be careful. This is gonna work against cover 3, cover 2. So you can run this one. I don't think that the flat route, hold on, let me look at the box real quick. I'll tell you the route that you can't really use in cover 2, and this one is going to be the ghost route. My bad. The ghost route right here gets picked up by the vertical hook, as you're going to see right here. You can't really throw that properly, especially if they shade underneath. He'll just sit low and wait for you. Now you can sit back, wait for the guy to back off just to see, but I wouldn't like, this would be like a bailout route. It's not something I would always use, but it's there in case you do want to use it. So you have your ghost, your Texas route. Now, if you want to get your B route open, all you have to do is streak A, okay? And then you can leave RB, you can put him on a hitch, okay? You can put RB on a hitch route. This will prioritize the vertical hook that's sitting, that will drift backwards. I wanna say he'll prioritize that, and you just wait for the opening with Evans coming over the right side of the field. Boom, there's a hitch, there's a prioritization. We didn't have the time. We should have blocked this guy or slip protected to the other side, but let's go ahead and do this again. Streak A, hitch RB. Let's block the running back because of that pressure. And this is how you want to run it right here. And then I'll just low ball this right on the inside. So you can hit this every single time with that setup against cover 2 defense. Let me show you guys again. Same thing, hitch, streak, block the running back. If you're looking for that B route, wait for him to clear, he'll clear, boom. Every single time, doesn't matter. We're putting route combinations to prioritize certain routes. So like hitch route takes on the vertical route. The streak is going to force zones backwards, and this is going to create the window that you need to throw this B route to the right side. Now there's a lot more in the member section with the scheme breakdown, so this is just an addition to everything that I've shown you to create a powerful scheme. Now that's cover 2. What about cover 3? Cover 3, same play, slot out. And in cover 3, that the ghost route and the Texas route are going to work even better against cover 3. For some odd reason, the way hook curls work in this game, it's just atrocious. So we could do the angle route too. You can leave A where he's at, but I would just put him on a streak if I were you. come underneath. This guy gets open a lot easier, a lot sooner in this cover 3. You can blend this in. It just works perfectly. And you're blending this in with like curl flats and then corner routes and stuff like that. Your opponent will never know what to expect. And I'll go ahead. I hadn't been using these plays in my gameplays because I didn't want to show you guys yet until I do the breakdown. Now, when I play a regs game or a head-to-head game, I will implement this so you guys can actually see it in action. So I didn't want to throw something at you in the gameplay that you haven't seen. You're like, what is that? Might as well just show you now. So remember the angle routes, boom, easy money, okay? You can possession catch that, you can catch it around. I typically possession catch it, especially if I'm going like against a Wagner. You wouldn't want to be that guy caught. Now right here, you can still try to hit Y underneath, boom, just like we did. Even if they play hard flats, which you can do, if they're playing hard flats and the people are shading underneath, you can just take X and put them on an out route, okay? So an out route and then ghost route. I don't know why he's not going on an out route. Okay, they're right there. And you can run the ghost route. This will force the cloud flat and open up the wire route. So your ghost, your Texas route, very crucial with your running back if you're running this scheme. Now to get this guy open in cover 3, let's assume we're on the left hash. You want to get that B route open. It's a little bit different. Okay, we can't run this setup right here that we ran before. Here's why. Look at the hook curls. The hook curls are going to actually sit there. The guy in the middle, the linebacker, will play a little bit close. So if you can try it if you want, but in some cover 3s, I'm telling you guys right now, if you try to use this setup in some cover 3s, that guy will actually sit in the middle of the field. You see how like I mean, you can, but this is the way that I would set it up if it's me. This is how I'm going to set it up. Is I'm going to put RB and A, in route and out route like this. Okay, this is all I need to do to run it my way, and it gets a lot more open. Okay, so like we don't have to worry about nobody, the linebacker Van Der Esch sitting and waiting and spying that area. Okay, so that's just another way to run it. Simple. And then you just come right here. And this is how you attack the middle of the field with these routes. This play is really good if you have the proper route combinations. We can go back to our hitch and streak combo with this. And there's Van Der Esch, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a little scary, but you can use either or. And it also depends on where the user is. Obviously, you can't just be throwing this wherever. So the idea and the way I attack is I'll come over here and then I'll run a corner route with this setup, get my opponent to be focused on those routes, right? I'll come over here and then I'll hit a corner route behind his head, have him worried about those routes, and then I'll come underneath with the running back route, and then I'll hit him with the post in route like this, and then maybe a crossing route. What I tend to not look for a lot though, to be honest with you guys, in this formation, because there's so many ways to just throw it quickly out of this formation, I don't really look for like deep crossers and stuff in this play. I mean, you can, it's just Brady can't roll out. And then you're limited. You're limited on the time you have and stuff like that. You're going against the Vikings, not gonna have that time. You're going against who else? You're going against the Buccaneers. You're not gonna have that time. Cowboys, you would think that they'd make it hell for me, but they're not really making it hell for me right now. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving you guys the pointers. But this is the play right here. I'm trying to think of other things you can do. Everything else is broken down in the member section. So like curl flats and stuff like that, you can run. It's just so many different route combinations, man. It's pathetic. Make sure you guys use this to your advantage, man, because it is very powerful. If you are a member, adapt this, implement this setup right here into the scheme that I've shown you already, and you're going to become even more unstoppable. Stay tuned for more. A couple more things I'm going to show you guys from this formation that just makes it virtually unstoppable. Love you guys, man. Peace.